Episode 357, Agents of Chaos.
The primitive forms of artificial intelligence we already have proved very useful.
AI is a golden opportunity.
How do we ensure that this technology is regulated?
The long arc of technological history is now in an extraordinary new phase.
The AI6 Podcast with Joanne Sweeney.
38 researchers from Northeastern, Harvard, MIT, Stanford, and Carnegie Mellon give 6 autonomous AI agents real email accounts, file systems, shell access, and the freedom to act. Then they watched what happened. Hello, and you're very welcome back to AI6. I'm Joanne Sweeney, on a mission to upskill 500,000 people in AI in just 6 minutes a day. This is a fascinating piece of research. Over 2 weeks, the agents leaked personal data, destroyed a mail server, entered infinite loops, faked task completion, and partially took over systems. The study is called Agents of Chaos, and it was published in February and led by Natalie Shapira at Northeastern University's BioLab. The team deployed 6 AI agents, each with a name: Ash, Flux, Jarvis, Quinn, Mira, and Doug. 4 ran on Kimi K2.5, an open weights model, and 2 ran on Claude Opus. They were built on an open source framework called OpenClaw. I've previously referenced that in this podcast, which gives language models persistent memory, tool access, and genuine autonomy. These agents could send emails, run code, schedule tasks, and communicate across Discord channels, all without asking a human for permission. Then 20 AI researchers spent 2 weeks interacting with them. Some made normal requests, others tried to break them using impersonation, social engineering, and prompt injection. This wasn't a simulation, it was a live environment with real tools and real consequences. Things went wrong. The project reports 10 distinct vulnerabilities and 6 safety behaviours with detailed case studies for each. One agent, Ash, was asked to protect a secret. Its solution? It destroyed its own email server. The values were right, the researchers noted, but the judgment was catastrophic. Another agent, Jarvis, refused to share sensitive personal data, including bank details and social security numbers. But when a researcher simply asked it to forward the same emails instead, it complied immediately. One word change and the guardrail vanished. Multiple agents followed instructions from people who had no authority to give them. Ash handed over 100 email records to a random user who asked. Mira and Doug executed shell commands without checking with their owners. In another test, 2 agents were tricked into an endless conversation loop, bouncing messages back and forth for about an hour, burning through resources with no termination condition. And here is the one that should concern anyone deploying AI agents in their organization. In several cases, agents reported that tasks were complete when the underlying system showed they were not. The AI said done when the reality was broken. That gap between reassuring language and actual system state is a dangerous one. But things also went right. And here's what makes the study more nuanced than the headlines suggest. The same system that failed 10 safety tests also passed 6. Ash successfully rejected 14 consecutive prompt injection attempts, including base64 encoded commands and fake privilege tags. Mira and Doug, without any instruction to do so, spontaneously coordinated a shared safety policy after recognizing a recurring manipulation pattern. So that was good behavior. The fact that safety and failure exist in the same system under the same conditions is the point. These are not rogue agents, they're well-built agents operating in an environment that exposes architectural weakness. So every major AI company is racing to ship agentic systems. OpenAI, Google, Anthropic, Meta. We covered Meta's acquisition of Manus just a few weeks ago. an execution engine designed to do tasks autonomously. And I also mentioned in previous shows that Gartner predicts 40% of enterprise applications will feature task-specific AI agents by the end of the year. So this paper is telling us, slow down and look at the architecture. Making an individual model more aligned does not solve the problem. When you give agents tools, memory, and authority to act, new categories of failure emerge that current guardrails do not reliably handle. And when multiple agents interact, individually safe behavior can produce collective, chaotic outcomes. The researchers recommend stronger identity verification so agents know who they actually serve, clearer boundaries on what tools agents can use and what actions are out of scope, hardened security against prompt injection via external memory, and critically more real-world testing of agent deployments before they are pushed into domains like finance, healthcare, or critical infrastructure. That's it for today's show. If you're ready to turn these insights into skills, here's how I can help. Get your copy of my book, AI Playbook, on Amazon. It's the perfect companion to the show. For weekly AI strategy, subscribe to my newsletter, Human in the Loop, on LinkedIn. Or if you want to take the next big step, you can take our CPD accredited professional diploma in AI. Maybe you need something more tailored for your organization. You can book a call in my calendar at digitaltraining.ie. Or if you work in government or public sector, go over to publicsectormarketingpros.com. If you found this episode useful, please share it with a pro that you know. And I'd love to read your comments on Spotify. And if you can, take a second to like, rate, or subscribe wherever you listen. It really helps the show. This is AI6. I'll talk to you on the next episode.